Hello again, back with the Rover SD1 turbo diesel. It's the day before I'm supposed to be taking the car to the body shop to get painted. I'm running out of time. What's compounding issues is today is the day when finally the electrician is supposed to be coming back and hooking up the electrics to the garage. It's, what is it, end of February? I first rang them beginning of December. The idea was beginning of January all the electrics would be done and then I could just crack on with the car for January, February, have it done. Instead of which I've had all of this time just been working off one extension cable, which has been a pain in the bum because there's no point in having a nice lovely garage if you haven't got electricity in it. But anyway, electrician's coming today. I still need to finish the car, I still need to do my day job. It's about 7 in the morning. So I've come down here just to tidy up and make access around the perimeter around the car so the electrician can get in. But in order to do that, I wanted to just put some more Jotun on some of these exposed areas. So I've just cleaned off that arch lip again, cleaned off where the hydrate 80 was. Somebody yesterday messaged and said, or two people said, where do you get a tin of U-pole for 12 quid? I must have been wrong. I don't know how much I paid for it. But what I have noticed, and somebody else commented, was a reaction between the Jotun and the seam sealer. Now, I haven't had any peeling. I haven't had any reaction between the Jotun itself and the seam sealer. But what has happened is I've noticed the new seam sealer has cracked. It feels, and I mentioned this in the other video, it feels chalky. Like when you look in a tin, it looks kind of granular. So I don't know whether I've got a bad tin or what, but basically the old tin, which I launched over here somewhere, that used to come out really nice and smooth, whereas this stuff comes out like chalky. So if I can get the light up here, here's a comparison. That bit was from the old tin, nice and smooth, almost like polyurethane. You hear my fingers squeaking on it. This is the new stuff down here, chalky and rough. There might be something of a reaction there. It's not peeling, it's well stuck on. So yeah, maybe look for something better than the U-pole. They might have changed the recipe for, I don't know, chemical naughtiness or something. Anyway, I've also masked up in here where I've just cleaned off a couple of welds, and down here they're sort of high wear areas at the front of the car, so I'm gonna Jotun those. Just done that rear wheel arch area, as much of it as I can. Now to the front, and here's just paint stuff and making sure get it right in the back of the wheel arch where any paint is burnt through. All of that I've de-rusted with the wire wheel and a grinder, including managed to sand through the end of my finger, which was nice. Lovely paint. I've still got paint in the pot, so I've just used the wire wheel to clean off the rain channel all the way along, and I'll mask it off, and I'm going to drop some more Jotun into that. That's done. I also did the window channel at the bottom. Hadn't actually rusted on this car, but they do tend to on SD1s, so I've done that. Oh, bollocks. Oh, looks like somebody's been murdered. This side, same again. Under here, all done in black Jotun. I've had to leave that bit there. Have to wait for the body shop to do that. Done under that front wheel arch, all along the top window channel. Now I'm just going to tidy like a badger so that the electricians can actually get in. Well, I've pushed the car out. I've made space so that they can get to everything, and they haven't turned up. So it's just after 9 normally. Well, he said he'd be here about 8:30 and he ain't, so shitty, dark, horrible garage. Oh, what's this? A switch? Oh yeah, How good is that? I can work to my heart's content. Somebody wanted a van update. This is of course the lovely DAF 400 van. I am loading up with doors. Brand new, old stock, offside rear door, Series 2, still with the tag. In cathodic paint, lovely. The matching front door that I had already got a spare on from this same original car on the other side. And then over there we have another brand new old stock door, earlier Series 2. So they don't have the lips underneath the bottom like the Series 1 cars. They have all the right mountings for central locking, the right size wiring plug grommet hole things. Now I'm going to go and unearth a bonnet and a tailgate and then get this all back to the car and loaded. DAF vans are cool. Brand new old stock Series 2 bonnet, really nice. Series 2 tailgate. I'm going to get off home and start, well, I don't know how much of this will actually going to get bolted to the car and how much I just throw inside it. Back and loving my new lights. This is very posh and most unlike me. What I'm loving less is the fact that I managed to roll the trailer down the hill and smash it into another car and wreck my light unit the night before. I need to load, well, tomorrow morning I need to load the car up. So I've got that bit working. The top is just brake, and I've got brake on the other side, so it's not the end of the world, but I would like my indicator working, because when the car is on the trailer, for fuck's sake, it obscures my tow car's indicator. So if you've got trailers, you know the fun and games I'm having right now, don't you? We've all been here before. That bulb is okay, I think. Just a bit rusty. Some of these weren't in tip-top nick anyway. I might be here for some time. It's just gone 7 in the morning. I'm still absolutely loving the fact I can press power on and lights come on, and I didn't have to mess around with extension cables all this morning. I'm going to jack up this side of the car, take the wheels off, grind any welds in those wheel arch areas. That front one needs doing completely, and then put Jotun on them. I want these edges protected, and that might be the only other work I do on the car today, other than throw the doors and bonnet on and boot on and then get up there. I think I'm just fed up of all the other work I've been doing. Dude, I'm knackered. It's cold today. I don't know whether you can see that. So I don't know whether the Jotun is going to go off very well, but I'd still rather have it on there than not, if you get me. I might put a bit more hardener in it. Right, I will do what I just said I was going to do. It's the ironic thing. For the first time that I've had this garage, in fact, no, the old garage did have power, just real shit power that used to blow all the time. For the first time in the whole of this diesel project, I'm not working off an extension cable. So you think about it, all the time I was in the office car park, all the time I've been here, any work that's been done to this has been run off extension cables. So yeah, this will be a first. It's about 9 o'clock, I'm well behind schedule. I have at least unbolted the tailgate. I had to go and rescue a poorly bunny, a wild bunny, not one of our pet bunnies. All of that, I don't know whether you can see, now has epoxy Jotun. I think my camera lens has steamed up. It's that weird and cold. Yeah, so all of that lip all the way around in there as well. That's all been epoxied. I've also done in here, doesn't that look beautiful, all the way around our wheel lip into there. And I'm starting on the boot floor because I haven't had time to seam seal it. Ideally I wanted to do the whole floor in epoxy, top and bottom, but I'm just doing what's left in that tin. Gonna go find another blanking plate because I know I've got one, tosh that in. Then I might take the can of seam sealer with me and do it when I get there. Et voila, that is an original Rover SD1 floor bung with the little bitumen goop around the edge. So that just sits in there. See, it's that makes me think I want to put the ones in the rest of the floor when I get the car back from the body shop. It should be held in with seam sealer, and it will be at some point in the future, just not right now, but that's enough to set it in there, and then we'll make it a more permanent attachment later on. Right, tiny bit more paint left. I did bottom of where that depression is. A lot of people don't realise that's actually for mounting a tyre vertically rather than horizontally. Interesting fact there for you. Right, so with what's left in the pot, I'm just gonna put it in the usual problem areas. I doubt I'll have enough to do the whole boot floor, but it doesn't really matter. I'm just doing it to use a paint up. Nearly had a mild panic attack. I thought I'd just uncovered a whole load of rust there, but it wasn't. It was rust that had fallen off the tailgate and dirt that had accumulated. This whole tray was filled with basically poopy leaves and soil, really. So it's quite remarkable that it's only, you know, I mean, that's what, how old is this car? 83, so it's 40 years old, just with soil in that tray, and it hasn't rusted. So who said Rovers like to rust, eh? This thing hasn't got any rust on it, that's for sure. Pumping up the tyre, just de-rusted. Well, I didn't really need to de-rust, but just painted a whole load of Hydrate 80 rust killer on the vulnerable parts of the sunroof panel and along that back edge where there had been like little bubbling areas. But I wish I could find more sunroof panels like that, because that is an excellent one. Normally they're really bad and they're difficult to repair because there's a lot of seams at the edges and a very thin skin, so it can be easy to warp it. Now we have more fun and games. Trailer is up there, car is down here. I've not started this for quite some time. I need 2 batteries for this one. One here and one over there. I've also disconnected some of the wiring. So I will, oh that's right, yeah, I had to disconnect it so that I could actually route the wiring loom into the wing when I was repairing bits and pieces. Incidentally, I haven't even had time to rub these down. I'll have to ask Dave very nicely if he'll make that all look pretty for me. Still haven't fitted the bonnet, the tailgate or the doors, but I'll have to do that. Well, I'll have to fit some of them. The rest I might just sling in the tow car and say, hello, I'm really badly organised, but can you make it all better for me? So I need 2 batteries, I need to reinstate the wiring, and then I need to get damn lucky to get this thing driven up over there. First obstacle. The wire for this relay is popped out the plug. It's not crimped properly, can't get the crimp out, so I'm just gonna have to wedge that wire in there. I think this was a problem I had when I very first got the car, so I never fixed it properly. What an idiot. The rest of it is fairly straightforward. I've just got to put a couple of earths on there, on there. That side I don't think I unplugged much, if anything, so might have an earth to do up, and it's really going to be trying to find 2 good batteries again. I have bodged in 2 batteries. I've also noticed that the cold start enrichment cable has separated, or I detached it. So I need to do that manually. You pull it back towards the cabin to switch it on. Whether it'll stay on, I don't know. I am going to rest that here. I hope nothing arcs out. Interestingly, there was no sparks or anything when I switched the or put the batteries on. So I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. Oh, not having the doors easy. Right, this you have to start with your foot flat on the floor after the glow plugs have done their thing, if they're going to work, that is. Glow plug light is on. That's the windscreen wipers going. Shall I give it 2 preheats or shall I just be optimistic? Happy days! Oh, I spoke too soon, didn't I? It is cold today. Sounds just like an old taxi or something. Old Peugeot taxi. That would be my garage door. Yes, that was the garage door. Well, that was easy. So we are loaded up, ready to go. Doors in the back, taped down. Got a ratchet strap through the new bonnet. Unfortunately, I didn't realise this is a Rimmers special, so it has a crease along here and a dent up there on the left side. So sorry Dave, there's going to be more adjustment to do. And the hinges, I've just literally just thrown this thing on there to transport it up there. The rear doors and the sunroof panel are in the tow car, but now it's off to Bridgnorth. Probably 2/3 the way there now. It's 200 miles, so it's still a bit to go, but we have not had anything fall off, didn't think I would. Did go through quite a few rain showers, so my seat is a little bit damp. Lots of crap has dropped out from places, like vibrating as it's been travelling along the motorway. I'm going to ask the body shop whether they can clean up that and lacquer it, because the wood hasn't actually split, it's just the varnish. And although obviously it's not original to the car, it kind of came with the car to me, so I don't know, kind of like it. That's the benefit of epoxy. Look at that. Can't rust through that, can you bitch? Right, in the boot we have my doors. They haven't fallen out, which is good. And yeah, we shall carry on. Ooh, a little bit of sunshine, blue sky. We have arrived, and I got a cup of tea, which is lovely. We are at Midland Performance and Retro. Dave's not here, Mike is. Sorry Dave, for what you're about to inherit. I've explained what needs to be done with Mike and he's got it all sorted and happy with everything. So, unload, jog on. So that's it. Trailer is bare. Car is at the body shop. Midland Performance and Retro. So I'm very happy about that. I'm going to go to McDonald's and celebrate in the appropriate manner. Feels like a huge relief actually to have nothing to do on the car. I can't actually remember whether I mentioned it in a video, but the whole reason I was scuttling on trying to finish that thing is because I want to take it to the NEC Classic and Restoration Show at the end of March. So the idea is I collect the car from the body shop in about a month and take it straight to the show. So if anyone wants to come along and look at a nice shiny blue Rover, that is the plan. Right, gold notches, catch you later, bye.